In this episode of Trail Expedition, we're going to be talking about rear view mirror cameras. Does more expensive always mean better? Let's check it out. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Scott, this is Trail Expedition, and we typically are doing off-road overland type content, but we'll throw some gear reviews in every once in a while. So this is a gear review that is basically all about rear view mirror cameras, and I'm going to try to do this one take style as much as possible. So I have two cameras here. We have expensive and we have cheap. So I actually recently upgraded my topper. I have a GFC canopy camper now, and when I upgraded to that, I wanted a better rear view mirror camera. Say that 5 times fast. I used to have this one with my old topper. This is just a cheap Amazon special. Now, it works, however, I've had some issues with it. So the caveat, it's cheap. This is the box it came in right here. It does say it is a 4K camera. This is the camera here itself. This is the rear view portion of it. You can switch it over to, so it's the front view, so it's a 2-view camera. Whereas the new expensive one they have up here, this is a WolfBox. This is like top quality, pretty much the most expensive one you're going to find out there. This is actually 3 cameras. It's their Tripro, I believe that's what they call it. So anyway, I made the switch, and there's a reason I made the switch. I got sick of using this thing, and the reason I got sick of using this thing, it kept breaking on me. The major thing was the antenna, the cord that goes to the back of the truck, to the back of the rear view camera. It broke and it just stopped working altogether. And there were signs that it was failing, and the biggest sign was when you try to switch from the front camera to the rear camera, there's a big lag in it, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. I did actually end up purchasing a second one, so this is the second cheap camera that I got. So basically I just pulled the cord out of the new box and, using that. But look at this lag. This is what I don't like about this camera. So this is the rear, and say if I want to go to the front, you're supposed to be able to just, oh look, first time, of course. You're supposed to be able to just swipe like that. And for some reason, when I'm showing you guys, it worked the very first time. So this is the split screen. This is the front camera. This is the rear. And then when you do this, it's supposed to, see, okay, there it goes. So there's the front. And now if you want to go back to the rear, you're supposed to be able to just swipe. Okay, there's the rear. So it took 3 or 4 swipes. But I've had it before like this. You see, there it goes finally. It should just go with 1 swipe. There, took 3 or 4 swipes. You see what I mean? There it goes. It takes it should just be instant. It shouldn't take 4 swipes just to go to the next screen. That time it took 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 swipes that time. I got sick of that. And the biggest reason I got sick of that is you can just say, well, just leave it on the rear view all the time, and then, because that's what you're mainly using it for, is so you can see behind you. That would be great and all, except for a lot of times what I was running into is you would not be driving for like a day or so, and you go out and you start the truck up, and it would default to the front camera. So you get in your truck, you start it up, you start backing up, this camera's still showing the front camera, and you're just sitting there doing this. That time it went. But sometimes it just would not go. Sometimes you'd be sitting here 10, 15 swipes in. There, finally. Sometimes it got to the point where I would just shut the whole unit down and then reboot it back up, and then sometimes that would help it, swipe back and forth. But I feel like the problem is this cord, because eventually it got to the point where it's like this cord just stopped working altogether and it just was useless. Now the WolfBox, this is the most expensive one that's out there, I think, right now. It's literally, you could buy 5 of these for 1 of these. However, this is much nicer quality. I just got this installed yesterday, so I'm still kind of figuring it out. But look, 1 swipe, 1 swipe, 1 swipe. That's the way it should work. That's the way this should work, but it obviously doesn't. So talking about the WolfBox here, this is a much better product. Just one, I think the picture quality overall is better. It has 3 cameras instead of the 2. And there are different variations of WolfBox. If you just wanted the 2 camera setup, you could do that. So this one is the Tripro. It is made to have a front-facing camera, obviously the rear, and then this one is actually supposed to be like for a bumper cam. I have the forward-facing camera on my Gladiator, so to me, having a bumper camera on the front, it was kind of pointless. I mean, I already have something like that. So what I did is I took a cue from my JK. I have a camera on the bottom side of the vehicle on the front axle that's protected by a skid plate, because if it wasn't, I would definitely bash it up. But now I can see underneath of my Gladiator. So that is the rear. That is underneath my Gladiator. And then that's the front. So that's the way it should work. One swipe, and then you have all 3 cameras. So typically, if I'm just going to be regular driving out on the road, out on the highway, this is the configuration I'm going to use. Just the rear view camera, that's what I want to see. When I'm off-roading, I'm probably going to go with this configuration, all 3. I can see the rocks and the ruts underneath my vehicle, which I think is going to be awesome. I can see behind me, and then obviously this one will just be showing in front. And this is, you know, it's a dash cam as well, so it's always recording. I believe this one records as well. I just feel like the quality isn't there. And I think once or twice I tried to pull footage off from this one, and it's like I couldn't find the footage. Obviously, I just got the WolfBox yesterday, so to be determined how well that's going to work. Overall, quality-wise, though, I'm seeing, you know, it's a much bigger upgrade. So, a couple other things with the WolfBox. You have your miles per hour here. You know, it shows you recording in 4K. It does have your time up here in the corner and the date, and then it shows that it's Friday. There are a whole bunch of other settings in here. And I'm not going to go through all the settings just because I'm not an expert with this. I haven't had time to really work with it. You know, it's got Wi-Fi, volume settings. I turned the volume all the way down just because I don't like the beeping every single time I have to touch this thing. But yeah, you can do, it's got parking mode. I mean, there's a whole ton of different settings for the WolfBox. So really, is it worth 5 times as much money? That's really what it boils down to, because some people will get this one down here. This one, I think on Amazon, if you get it on sale, you can get it as cheap as like 60 bucks. I think when it's not on sale, it's like 90. The WolfBox is in the $300 range. I think that's when it's on sale too. Now, some people will say, oh, I don't mind swiping just to get to the next screen. I mean, I guess if that doesn't bother you, and the fact that the cord probably will eventually fail on you, because this is my second cord and I feel like it's already failing just because of the lag it takes to kind of get this thing to work. If that doesn't bother you, go ahead and get the cheap one. To me, it bothers me. I like the fact that I can just swipe, I have my next screen. Swipe, I have my next screen. To me alone, I feel like that's worth the extra money. Because you got to think, when you're putting these things in, it's not just slapping them on there. You have to route all this wire from underneath all of your trim pieces all the way to the back of your vehicle, and you want it to be professional looking. I can do this kind of stuff, but honestly, what I typically do is I go to Best Buy. They have installers for like vehicle bay installs. I just take it there and have them do it, just because, one, it looks really professional. They do a really good job. I get a lot of my car electronic stuff done just through Best Buy. And that's actually where I took the WolfBox to. The guy that works with me at the Holland Best Buy, he's awesome. He and I actually just worked on it together because I know this truck and he knows what he's doing, and like literally we just knocked it out in like 2 hours. So, you know, if it's just someone doing it by themselves, it'd probably take quite a bit longer, just because we were mounting that camera on the front axle as well. So we had to mount it out through the side cowl, out through the engine bay, down to the front axle, and then get it on there. That's for this one here. So with that all said, I would definitely just get the WolfBox. And this is, they did send me this product, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just being truthful. And I would say I would just get the WolfBox just for the simple fact that in 6 months to a year from now, and like I said, this one's not even that old, this cord will eventually fail. This screen, that time it went the first one. Oh, that time it went first. Oh look, now it's actually working. But see, now it's not. There it goes. To me, that is just super annoying for a product that is brand new out of the box. You shouldn't have to do this. Yeah, super annoying. I do have to apologize as well. I'm sitting in my running truck right now because it is currently like -2 Fahrenheit here in Michigan. The kids have been out of school all week just because it's been freezing and, you know, tons of snow. Speaking of tons of snow, if you guys see here on the screen, I have my plow hooked up into the receiver hitch on the back of the Gladiator. So I'm going to set you guys up here, and we're just going to back up and push some of the snow out of the driveway, and then that way you guys can see the two views from the camera. All right, let's do some plowing. Oh, FYI, this is the cord, the camera of this cheap one that stopped working on me. So that thing is just junk. Anyway, let's push some snow. So obviously I have these cameras set up in different areas. This camera is down on the bumper just because I didn't want to have to permanently mount it to, you know, the front of my Jeep or the back of my Jeep. This one is mounted up high, so this one's down low. As you can see, the screen on this one, it's almost washed out. There's like a glare on it, whereas this one, not nearly as much. And maybe that's the angle that they're at, but I feel like I can see the WolfBox one a lot more clear than this one down here. I feel like on the cheap one, there's a lot more glare. Like you can actually see me more in the reflection than you can actually see the camera. And on the WolfBox, you can still see me in it. There's a little bit of a glare, but not nearly as much. I feel like the picture quality is just so much better. Coming back down here. Yeah, I see me in the picture way more than the actual video from the camera. That's a big difference. So I know this probably isn't the greatest test just because, you know, it's a whiteout. Like I said, we've been getting dumped on with snow, but I'm hoping this will give you guys like kind of a real world scenario of like what you can actually see with these two rear view mirror cameras. Like I said, I feel like the picture quality out of the WolfBox is much better. And the fact that it's not so, the touch screen is just a lot more responsive. To me, I think it makes it well worth the extra money. So here might be a good example. I know you can't see the plow in this one just because this camera, the WolfBox, sits up much higher. This one you can see the plow in. I feel like just the picture quality overall, this is supposed to be 4K and this is supposed to be 4K. I feel like the 4K in the WolfBox is just a lot more clear than this 4K that is in the cheap one. So I don't know if you guys can see that well or not, but let me know what you think. All right, so what do you guys think? Cheap option, more expensive option? Which one are you gonna go with? Like I said, I am under the impression of you buy once, cry once, get this thing installed. Like I said, the install on something like this is usually a couple $100s. So you don't want to be doing that in another 6 months to a year. So I say just get the WolfBox, way better quality. It actually works when you swipe it every single time. It's got the triple cameras. I feel like the picture quality is much better. You don't get that mirroring effect as nearly as much. I think this is just a superior product in just about every way. Anyway, my name is Scott. This is Trail Expedition. I'll catch you guys in the next one.